Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to World of Warships. Boy, that was poorly done. Welcome to World of Warships, and I'm driving my sailing my Tier 6 American light cruiser, the Cleveland, and well, anyway, as the title of the video might suggest, I'm not going to play particularly smart. Then again, maybe I do. I'm not sure. You let me know what you think. But anyway, not the best matchmaking here. I think there's a turbines on the enemy team, so it's tier 8. I'm bottom tier. And I was looking at the mini map at the start of the deployment, and you notice that we've got half our team going off to the right, 5 ships going that. Well, sorry, 4 ships going that way. We've got 5 ships going off to the left. I'm number 6, and I'm covering the middle here, and I'll come back to that in a second. And we got I think two battleships just sitting in their start point. They haven't even loaded in yet. So on Two Brothers here, we're on the Two Brothers map, and on two. Ouch! I was lucky that didn't do any real damage. But on Two Brothers here, destroyers have a nasty habit of running down the middle. And if you're not sitting there ready for them, or somebody's not sitting there paying attention, next thing you know, you're getting capped and you're having to turn around, drive back. Somebody's got to drive, got to have to go back and decap. So I'm thinking, all right, you know what? I'm bottom tier, I'm light cruiser. And then again, the Cleveland is a damn good anti-destroyer ship. So I will go ahead and jump into this position. Oh, took a shot at whatever that battleship was out there. But yeah, again, come back to it, and just make sure nobody tries to get sneaky early in the game. So I'm sitting here, and I've got shots into the enemy cap. The Cleveland is actually good for something like this, because as you can see, my shell arc goes to low Earth orbit, and I'm actually able to lob shells over this. Over the mountain here. I've also got my fighter out, and the fighter's going to actually help me do a little bit of spotting if anybody's shooting, because I definitely don't have direct line of sight. And probably those destroyers off to the right and the left-hand side are getting some spots as well. So, kind of taking a look right there to see where my shots were going, just to help me aim a little bit. But no luck early on here. So again, that in mind, I'm sitting here thinking, all right. Waiting for a destroyer to come around that corner at the that's just a couple of clicks north of me there. And I mean, if they come around, I'm going to spot them instantly. They're going to be more or less pointed at me. I'm moving, so even though I'm moving backwards, I should be able to dodge anything they put at me, and I can put pretty fast, accurate fire at this range at a destroyer. But nothing shows up, so I'm thinking, all right, let's go ahead and just ease up. And again, I was watching the mini map, and not everybody's accounted for on the enemy team, but there's enough of them accounted for on the enemy team that I'm thinking, okay, I don't think any enemy destroyers are going to come this way. So go ahead and drive on, start easing up, and I'm going full speed right here, but I'm putting the brakes. Going to be putting the brakes on here in a second. There we go. And just easing up again. I want to peek into the enemy cap circle, take advantage of the spotting that the other folks are doing for me. But on the other hand, I don't want to come tearing around this corner and run into a enemy destroyer or a torp cruiser that's doing the same thing that I'm doing. But anyway, I do get detected by an enemy aircraft. And here's where I'm going to start putting some fire out. And I have, what is that, a Mogami? Yeah, Mogami coming around the corner at me. So, go ahead, get pre-aimed, lined up, and I've thrown it in full reverse right now. So he's going to come around the corner. I'm going to get a good hit on him, start a fire. Most of my shots actually hit there. Sorry about the stuttering on the replay. So I'm putting, accurate shots out. He fires because he's not expecting me to be backing up. I think I take one hit, and now these next set of shots that are come in, they're gonna hit me pretty solid. But the Mogami does not reload really fast enough to be able to put a lot of fire in. and it also its shell arc is too low to actually go over those islands right there. So I do a lot more damage to him than he does to me, which is the ideal way to do things here. So pushing along. And his shell arc on this is not the best, and his torps come out. And again, his torps are fired based on where I was, not on the fact that I was actually going to be backing up. You can back up surprisingly quickly in this thing. Again, it's a light cruiser, so anyway, I'm still trying to get some shots out. If that wasn't for that little chunk of rock there, I might have been effective, but that's okay. So I'm just easing forward, easing backwards, and waiting for something to sail in front of me. And I think that's a New Mexico right there. And I really, really don't want to be, poking out in front of a New Mexico like I'm doing. So I'm stopping again, and I'm trying to kill my momentum, trying to back up, and here comes the fire, and I get lucky. I'll just leave it at that. I take one minor hit. I don't know if it was because I was angled well, if it's because he just plain missed. Just don't know. But anyway, get another fire on, so he's burning. Now if you take a look at his guns, you can see them swinging off to his front. So obviously he's got bigger things to worry about than a Cleveland lighting him up with high explosive shells. But I have to disagree. I think if I had the shot, if it was me in that New Mexico and I had the shot, I would be angling towards the stuff at the front, but keeping my guns pointed this way and trying to get a shot at this pesky little Cleveland who's setting me on fire over and over and over again, because this is what's going to be the problem. Now, on the other hand, I'm not really seeing what's right out in front of him. Oh yeah, there's a friendly cruiser right there, and there's some torps out, and I think this friendly cruiser's going to eat it. No, he doesn't eat it. Okay, I can't even tell what that is. Is that a Karlsruhe? I'm not sure. So anyway, keep putting fire on that New Mexico, and he just gets absolutely pounded by everybody else on my team. So I got some hits, and got him on fire, did my damage, and there's more torps coming in. So somebody's trying to a lot of people are trying to take care of me here, but there's not really much they can do. Now, again, I'm watching the mini map, and our team is chasing the enemy team around, and those two battleships that were AFK at the start, they're still AFK, and it looks like they need some help. And I decide, all right, let's turn around, and I'm in a good position to do this. They're well within my gun range, effective gun range. I don't have to put shots out and just hope they drive into them. I can actually aim my shots and get some hits, although this salvo's not too well aimed. But again, Cleveland's got an 8-second reload. It's really, it's good at just pumping fire down range, setting people on fire, doing lots of little pesky hits, killing it with bug bites, as they said in Mass Effect, that one scenario. Cal Regar, was that? I think. Okay. Anyway, so I'm firing at this, and I think this is a Nagato. Again, hard to tell, because my screen is smaller. But watch this. My shots come in, and all of a sudden, boom, right there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Did he take a big fire tick? Did I hit something vital? I just don't know. So anyway, the other two battleships, or the other two ships down south, are out of my range. But then again, we've got two big battleships down there, and they should be able to handle the remainder of the enemy. So let's take a look at what's going on up front again. So, what's out there? Is there something for me to shoot at? Okay, crap, I'm detected. Oh, crap. All right, this isn't good. I've got a destroyer looking at me. And is that Mogami again? So, I fired the destroyer because he's closer, and more importantly, a good salvo will kill him. I don't kill him with that one, but wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on. Yes. All right, got the kill, and now that's the Mogami. Okay, so let's put some fire out at him, and one salvo in. Is that going to be enough? Not quite, but the second salvo, third salvo. Yep, got another kill. Okay, so we're doing good there. Alrighty, so what do we got? What do we got? There's an Alba right there, and it looks like he's going to be driving around directly in front of me. So I reload some high explosive and I ease the ship forward. And what I'm trying to do is bring my rear guns to bear so I can get all 12 guns on target. He's going to come around this corner, and I am just going to unload on him. And yep, there he is. Line my shots up, fire, and 2 Citadel hits. Good, solid, damaging hit. And now he's turning. He's angling away from me. I'm almost positive he's fired torps at this point, but I'm not thinking about it because I'm trying to. Even if I die and kill this guy, I've done a lot more damage to the enemy team than they've done to me. So let's see if I can get this guy out. I should have switched to high explosive. I just did not have the angle. And sure enough, yeah, here comes a torp. I was easing out, backing up, and well, boom, there it is. Took a hit, no problem. I had my repairability ready. I immediately hit it, so I'm down to about a fourth of my health. That's okay. I've got a lot of HE left, and well, there is no ammo limit in this game, and got a lot of ammo left. Got a lot of reasonable amount of health left, although this Alba has more health than I do. But on the other hand, the Alba's guns don't, even though they're good guns, they don't fire as fast as I do. And I'm not sure which guns he's using, though. He's firing fairly quickly, so he might be using the stock guns, but they still don't fire as fast as mine do. So anyway, trying to make that turn, run into the little spit of land here, and that was probably the right thing to have happen to me. I mean, just luck. There's some luck there because swinging out wide, if he's launched some torps, that's really going to screw up the timing and the aim on the torps. But the problem is, of course, when I come around this corner, and you'll notice that I am detected by aircraft right now, but the problem is when I come around this corner, do I have torps on the way in? Is he pre-aimed waiting for me? Okay, I've dropped off vision, but he knows I'm coming around this corner. Or at least if he's paying attention, he knows. And I'm surprised he wouldn't have some armor-piercing load, at least if he's using the 8-inch guns. Again, if he's using the smaller guns, maybe the right thing would be... So, well, anyway. Set of torps on widespread, very, very, didn't even have to change course to dodge. So anyway, he's behind the island over there. I can easily lob shells over this. I'm pretty sure he could easily lob them back at me, but he's not firing at me. And so again, I'm not sure which guns he's using, what kind of firing solution he's got. But he comes around the corner and he starts firing. I'm trying to angle, but the one thing I found after the Cleveland nerf a couple patches or a patch ago back is that whatever chance the Cleveland had to avoid Citadel hits, at least from battleships, is absolutely gone. It doesn't matter how I angle my armor. It seems like against in the Cleveland, I'm taking Citadels if a battleship so much as sneezes in my direction. So. But anyway, against the cruiser, on the other hand, yeah, angle the armor, minimize the area that's exposed, and put the shots downrange. Try to just angle the back just enough to get those extra turrets firing, and I double fire him, and he can't put it out. He's going to burn down. So I'm just going to point my bow directly at him, and sure enough, good to go. And boom, I take a hit from something, and I think it's a Farragut that's out there, and you can see must have advanced firing training. Farragut, because he's just lobbing the shells in over and over and over, and they're doing like the Cleveland guns is they just go into low Earth orbit, and he's got a kind of like it's really hard to adjust fire when you're firing like that. You just got to keep putting the shots out and hope you get lucky guessing which way the bad guy's going to dodge. But he actually manages to land a couple on me as I'm running. But but at the same time, given the distance, I think that was luck. And you notice I'm not even trying to fire at him. I'm just running, dodging, weaving. And at the same time, I'm looking at the mini map. I'm thinking, all right, can I survive this? If I do survive this, what happens? If I don't survive this, what happens? So I'm looking at the mini map, and take a look in the center of the two big islands. There's our two battleships. They're driving north as fast as they can. And I got a Tirpitz behind me. There he is. And I got that Farragut behind me, and I'm not sure who that was. I think that was the Terp. Take a few more hits from Farragut. I'm sitting here thinking, crap, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. But then I'm also thinking, hey, I did pretty good overall. Got 4 kills, but, and set a bunch of fires, too. Too bad I wasn't still working on the, set the fire mission for the Miyoko. But anyway, like I said, right now I'm not interested in shooting back. I'm interested in just trying to get out of dodge, letting my battleships come around that corner and take care of the Tirpitz. I cannot stand and fight against the Tirpitz right now. Hell, I don't know if I'd be able to stand and fight against that Farragut right now. But anyway, I saw my escape route, went ahead, zigzagged for it. Right now, if they're pre-aiming in front of me, it's going to hit this rock. So I'm pretty sure I'm safe. I don't know if I take more shots. Yeah, a couple more shots come in. So I'm on a whisker of health. A good, a well aimed salvo, 1 or 2 hits probably do for me. One AP shot from that Tirpitz would certainly do it. He had to be frustrated as hell, simply because all the shots he had at me just didn't go in. Same thing for the Farragut. Farragut just couldn't quite land enough shots. So anyway. All right, so I'm out of range. I've dropped off detection, and there's that Tirpitz, and I aim, and boom, I put my shots in the back of the rock. All right, no problem. Let's get clear, and let's slow down. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to slow down? Do I, how do I want to use my speed? But I put some shots out. And they're actually pretty well aimed, surprisingly. Occasionally you get to one of those situations where you haven't fired in a few minutes and your aim is kind of wonky, but no, I'm putting some accurate shots out. What I'm hoping to do is just set them on fire again, just do that damage over time, which is what the Cleveland's famous for, and let nature or the flames do their thing. But I'm getting little hits. I'm not getting big hits. No, hey, there's that pesky little Farragut. All right, so get an in cap, take his torpedoes out. That's not going to help much in my opinion, but hey, I'm doing what I can. So I got 2 battleships, friendly battleships, looking at them. Although both battleships are fairly low health, I think combined they might have about as much as that Tirpitz does. But that's okay. Yeah, close to it. Again, that's okay, because I'm going to come around the corner and I'm going to start letting my guns do their thing. I've got the 2 rear guns on target. Which way is this guy going? Okay, why is he turning around? All right. Maybe he thinks he can. He's better off closing the distance than trying to run. And maybe he's right, maybe he's not. So I put some shots out. Yeah, get another fire, and then all of a sudden I realize, oh crap. Look how close everybody is. I've got this guy burning. He puts torps out. He kills our North Carolina. He's ticking down. I think our North Carolina got the kill on him, and that was about it. Right there. So now it's just mopping up. The time's ticking down. We're under 30 seconds. I hadn't even noticed up to now. The game was that intense towards the end of it. And I put one last salvo out as the time is counting down. And unleash the Kraken! Okay, there it went. So, I don't have post-game stats to show you here. And I wish I did because, well, actually, meh. I didn't do that much damage, as you would expect. Only did about 10,000 AP damage and about total, about another 25 or so thousand HE damage. But you know what? Can't argue with results, and this wasn't the recommended way to do things. But hey, it worked. Talk to you next time. Bye.